What's up, chirp chirpers? Here we are, by far one of my favorite tools there are to use in Twitter, on Twitter, for Twitter, in social media in general, for really any creative purposes. So I've always thought of myself to be a creative person, but never really very savvy with using Photoshop or other tools along those lines to be a real good designer. Well, guess what happened? There was another very smart person out there who felt the same way and decided to create a website for people like myself and maybe some of you who feel the same way, who want to create images but don't necessarily have the skills that a designer has, or has the time that has been put in to become a designer and learn those other skills and tools. So here we have it. Canva. Canva is the graphic design website for the average Joe, the person who doesn't have the graphic design background. This is the website for you. So let's take a look at it. We're going to do a walkthrough, and we're going to look at some of the functionalities. Now, InDesign is, Canva is always evolving. They have new features. They have new different layouts for you. They have new pictures. There are so many things that's always being updated, which is fantastic. So when we come onto Canva, we go to canva.com, we log into it. You want to connect to your Twitter account or profile, or start your profile, and you just walk through it. It's really, really simple. And when you get to this point, what you're going to see is now you're going to have these different options on here. And so we can see they have everything from email header to social media to presentation to poster, Facebook, Instagram. Now we get over here and we have Twitter. We have Twitter. We have a Twitter post. We have a Twitter header. And as you can see, there's other options here, but those are the two main ones for Twitter, really, is the Twitter post and the Twitter header. And what they've done is they've actually sized them out specifically for what you need them to be for that specific feature or for that specific image. Now, if you want to create a custom one, you can actually hit this button up here and go to the custom dimensions, but a lot of the stuff, they've done it for you. And as you can see, they have album cover here too. They even have, let's see if they have it. They have it somewhere, or used to. Yep, Kindle cover. I actually created the cover for Chirp Chirp on Canva. I create a lot of stuff. As you can see, if you look in my profile down here, I create a lot of images within Canva. It is a fantastic tool. So let's jump in. As you can see some of mine. Let's just jump into it and test it out real quickly. So let's go in here. Let's say we created a Twitter post and we want to create an image for it. We would click on that, and it's going to open up another window. And it's going to have, as we wait, it's going to have the image right here. So this is the size, and what you can do is they have layouts for you specifically, kind of suggestions. They have some of these where you can go in there and let's say you like this one for whatever reason. You're doing a post on strawberries, or it has something to do with strawberries, and you want to just use this one. So you can drag it across, and then it goes ahead and it updates it for you on your image. Now the thing you have to keep in mind is that you'll see that some of these images, like this one, when you drag it across to create it, it's going to have this kind of checker box with Canva as on the label, on the watermark. It's on the watermark, and what that means is that picture actually is going to be charged, and so you have to pay for it. Now most of Canva is free, and even images are only really about $1 per image. They even have some icons that are you have to pay for, but nothing really that's going to break the bank. And so if you really want to use this picture, go ahead. If you want to find something else that matches it, you can go on the internet and find it. There's plenty of free ones. We are going to talk about caviarstockphoto.com or caviarstock which is Caviar Stock Photo, and that will actually have more images they can use to plug in for Canva like this. However, so let's just keep on going through here. So this is one. If we want to, what we can do is actually delete this. We can change the image, we can filter, we can get into the text, and the text here, they have all these different fonts. It's phenomenal. You can change the size, you can change the color of the font, you know, so you just, then you have the actual circle. You can change that color if you want to do it white, if you want to do it blue, you can green. You can customize the colors if you want to. Maybe you want to have it kind of a gray color, whatever you want to do. Same thing for the outside of it with the little red marks, the dots. You can do that. You can change the transparency on it. For whatever reason you want to make it somewhat transparent, you can do that. You can copy, you can move forward, backwards, and then you can always delete it. So if you want to delete this whole image, you can just go ahead and delete it and delete all this, and it'll take out this entire image, and then you can go back to scratch. Now, for if there's other options here too, like if you didn't like it at all and it had set up, you could just delete this. You can copy whatever you created and tweak it. So if you want to have a couple different versions, like I did that for the cover. I have, let me go back to my designs here, and if we go into the cover, you'll see that what I actually did was I created about at this point I started off creating about 6 different ones, but it easily changed into like 12 or 14. I forgot the number where it is, but you can see that I made different changes. You can move them up and down. You know, I tried it this way, I tried it that way. I had the bar at the bottom. I took out the bird completely. I have different fonts for the chirp chirp. I have the bird positioned different places. I changed the colors on things. So essentially what you can do is that, like, let's say you create one design, you like it, but you want to change a few of the features in it. You just copy it, you make the changes, and then you can continue to progress from there. So it's really cool in how they allow you to do that in Canva. And if we go back here, let's say we went back to this one, and we can do a few. So few things here. They have backgrounds. So if you just want to start customizing your own, they have some free backgrounds here that they show you. Then when the ones that don't say free on there, obviously they will show you the cost. It's $1 for those. You get down $1. Most of them are about $1. Some of them are a little bit more expensive, but nothing again that's going to break the bank. They keep it really, really simple, and they keep it really, really affordable. If you want to keep something, if you want to do a blue background, you just click on that color. You can customize it as well, and then you can come in here. You can make some changes, maybe transparency. You click on that, whatever the case may be. You can make those changes from there. Then you have text, and so you can add a headline. They have some of these things already created, some of these texts created for you. So if we scroll down over here and we see on the left hand side, so they have just these regular ones. They have ones with images or I mean shapes. There's so much you can do here. They have banners. They have these little bubbles you can throw pictures in. So when they have these clouds, it's really made for pictures. The sky is the limit, literally, with all this. It is phenomenal, and you can spend days. I love spending time in here. Once I have an idea for an image, I jump into here. I find a few things. I play around with it. You can literally make something in less than 10 minutes if you really want to. If you spend a little bit more time, you want to be a little bit more creative, it's obviously going to take more time. But there's lots of options. So you have layouts. Also, another thing here is that you can go through search, and you can look for banners, you can look for text holders, you can look for icons, stickers, arrows, infographics. You can make infographics with this, which is great. You don't have to pay someone, which when infographics first came out, it was like literally people were charging thousands and thousands of dollars, which you can still pay for, and you pay for what you get because a professional designer creates it. but you can easily do it yourself with this. It just takes time, as anything else normally does. So you have all these different icons. You can also upload images. So if you have found an image or you use an image, as you can see, I've bought some images and also uploaded some, and then I just uploaded, and if I want to use it in for future purposes, I can drop it in here. I can take it out, whatever the case may be. If I want to delete the background image, and then I can stretch it out. You do have to keep in mind that the size of the image does have to be stretched in some circumstances to fit the size of the post. But then it automatically saves it. As you can see, it's private right now. You can click on to be not private, and you can describe it. Canva has created their own little community on here where you can follow people. Once you are done on here, though, you can share it. You can share it through here, or if you're doing it for like a Twitter post and you want to associate it specifically with a link or with a post that you've created, then you would want to download it. And typically I just download it as an image. It will download. Let's just do it for this, for the sake of this example. And you download it. It will download like this, and then it will show up in there. It'll download on your computer. You just double click on it and it will show up. And then you go ahead, you save it, and there you go. And you have a image that you can use for your Twitter post. You can also create a Twitter header image with this, which I've done. I think it's phenomenal. You can use this for a lot of different purposes, but for the sake of Chirp Chirp, this is a great place to create a post. Even images for your ads. We talk about that in chapter 6. Talking about the ads. You can use these to create the images for that, for the lead cards. You can also create your header and just regular post in here as well. As we know, images get 35% of the time they get more retweets when you use a post does when you use an image. So definitely check out Canva. Spend a lot of time in here. This is going to be your new best friend. They even have some educational pieces here in the design school, which is a blog. They talk about things. It's really, really cool. I love it. There's tutorials, teaching materials, blog posts. Canva is a fantastic company, and I can't wait to share more of this with you. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think if you have any questions. And until then, check out the next video on Caviar Stock, which are pictures, free pictures that you can use with Canva to upload. All right, take it easy.